With 31 islands, 111 villages, and a population of just over 300,000, PNLG is the coastal province in southern Cambodia. It is approximately 230 kilometers from the capital of Phnom Penh and borders Koh Kong Province to the south, Kampot Province and Kampong Spur to the east, and the Gulf of Thailand to the south and west. On January 9, 2009, the sub-decree of the Royal Government of Cambodia, number 7, upgraded Sihanoukville into a province and expanded its coverage to 2 municipalities and 3 districts. This paved the way to transforming what was once a sleepy town into a bustling economic hub. A relatively new business and tourist destination, the province of Pria Sinuak has been designated as one of the 3 economic development areas in Cambodia. It is also the only single province that has been transformed into a multi-purpose special economic zone. The province is the site of the country's only deep-sea water port, which serves as a commercial gateway to local and international trade. Because it is located in the center of a scene, Pria Sinuak is accessible by road, rail, air, and sea, and is blessed by a stable political environment. A rich marine life, unspoiled beaches, and a host of nature-based tourism activities have accommodated a growing number of tourists annually. This in turn has provided significant livelihood opportunities for the locals in the areas of fishery production, trade services, industrial tourism, and ecotourism. With the growing economic activity in the province comes a few issues that come with development. This includes higher levels of pollution, overcrowding, and the potential loss of environmental habitats. In 2001, the provincial government initiated its Integrated Coastal Management Program, or ICM, to sustainably manage its coastal and marine resources.
ក្នុងនាមរដ្ឋបាលខេត្តគឺជាអ្នកសហការក្នុងនាមជាមូលដ្ឋានដែលយើងបានខិតខំរំលេចប្រឹងប្រែងនៅអ្វីដែលយើងមាននៅទីនេះដើម្បីបានការគ្រប់គ្រងបានការជួយទាំងបច្ចេកទេសទាំងគោលនយោបាយទាំងថវិកាដើម្បីយើងធ្វើការអភិវឌ្ឍនៅក្នុងតំបន់ឆ្នេររបស់យើងនេះឲ្យកាន់តែមានសក្តានុពលថែមទៀតឲ្យកាន់តែមានការទាក់ទាញថែមទៀតសម្រាប់ការអភិវឌ្ឍនៅក្នុងតំបន់របស់យើង
ICM helps Sinuak's provincial government to achieve social and economic development targets in a number of areas: pollution reduction and waste management, fisheries, food security and livelihood management, water use and supply management, and natural and man-made hazard prevention and management.
Pria Sihanouk Province, as member of the PEMSEA Network of Local Governments for Sustainable Coastal Development, adopted the Dongying Declaration. The declaration reaffirmed its commitment to be responsive to the requirements of building a blue economy for the region by taking an active role in integrated coastal management, implementation, and scaling up.
In all cases, success has been achieved through an integrated approach. Sinuak's sustainable development efforts, particularly in the implementation of the ICM program, has helped the province begin its journey towards a blue economy.
ការសាងសង់តូបថ្មីឲ្យបានតាមស្តង់ដារពីមុនតូបយើងអកេតកោវាមានអខិអខៈណាអូនធ្វើតាមចិត្តដែលយើងតែឥឡូវនេះយើងបានធ្វើជាសសរថ្មបេតុងបុកគ្រឹះមានស្តង់ដារតែមួយដែលយើងមើលទៅវាបានបង្អួតភ្ញៀវទេសចរថាយើងបានរៀបចំវិសមរម្យតាមក្បួនខ្នាតត្រឹមត្រូវបរិស្ថានខាងឆ្នេរហ្នឹងពីមុនមកគាត់មិនដែលបានជួយដូចរាល់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងទេឥឡូវតែព្រលឹមឡើងគឺមានក្រុមការងារភ្នាក់ងារគេគឺគេមានម៉ាស៊ីនសម្រាប់រស់ដីនិងរើសសម្រាមហាក់បីដូចជាគាត់មកជួយយើងបានច្រើន
The blue economy approach, aimed for by the Sinuak province, refers to sustainable, resilient, and inclusive economic activities with a direct relationship with the ocean and marine resources. It supports pollution reduction and resource conservation while generating jobs and livelihoods through the sustainable use of ocean resources.
មួយផ្នែកទៀតប្រកាសណាស់ថាយើងក៏ត្រូវខិតខំធ្វើការអភិវឌ្ឍព្រោះថាវាមិនអាចមានការអភិរក្សណាមួយការថែរក្សាណាមួយដែលគ្មានការអភិវឌ្ឍវាអាចទៅរួចនោះទេវាត្រូវតែជំរុញការអភិវឌ្ឍនៅទីនេះឲ្យបានសមប្រកបដោយគោរពទៅតាមគោលការណ៍និងច្បាប់របស់ប្រទេសរបស់យើងក្នុងគោលដៅរបស់យើងគឺបានបញ្ជាក់ច្បាស់ថាខេត្តរបស់យើងនេះគឺថាអនុវត្តឲ្យទៅជាខេត្តដែលមានបៃតងនឹងហើយបាទបៃតងនឹងហើយ ចឹងនេះគឺជារឿងដែលយើងត្រូវខិតខំ
Together with the government, much work still needs to be done to sustain these blue economy initiatives, improve local livelihoods, and promote development. The province is looking to building human resources in each area of expertise, such as improving tourism skills, fisheries, agriculture, urban and coastal development skills, as well as engineering and research. The Presinavik Provincial Administration, under the direction of the Provincial Council and the governors, with the support of the provincial departments as well as the national level, have worked hard to make Presinavik Province the third economic pillar of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Together with its citizens, this once sleepy province is on its way to transforming itself into a progressive economic hub in the region.
Distinguished Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PNLG Forum 2021.
2021 PNLG Forum. Thank you for taking your valuable time in joining us on this occasion. My name is Supyanita and I will be your MC for today. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I am here live at the Independent Hotel at Sihanoukville, Cambodia, where I am joined by our PNLG member in Cambodia, representative from the national governments, UN agencies, NGOs, and other development partners. We are also fortunate to have many of our other PNLG members on board joining in from Zoom, along with some our country and non-country partners. Yes, as you can see on the screen. Thank you all for your continued support in PEMSEA activities. Before we proceed with the rest of the program, I would like to convene everyone first for a group photo. May I request everyone to turn on your video, please? The PRF Secretariat will take the shots.
Okay, everyone. Please open your video and I will count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Another one for another batch. 1, 2, 3. And another batch. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the next part of our program will be done in Khmer. For our English-speaking audience, giving his own message, kindly follow the instruction on the screen before you to enable the simultaneous interpretation from Khmer to English. Our PRS Secretariat will provide instruction. Thank you. Now, without further ado, I would like to give the floor to His Excellency Ko Chamran, Governor of Presi Hanuk Provincial Administration, as the local host of the 2021 PNLG Forum for the opening remarks. His Excellency, please.
First of all, respect His Excellency Van Muninit, Secretary General of the Cambodia Ministry of Environment, Madam Noorani Binti Roslan, President of the PEMSEA Network of Local Government, Mr. Lin Huyen, Executive Deputy Secretary General of PNLG and Deputy Director General of Chairman Municipal Bureau of Auction Development. His Excellency, Her Excellency, honorable guests, partners, friends, colleagues from our coastal province, ladies and gentlemen. Today, on behalf of the provincial administration of Presi Hanuk and myself, I am honored to give a welcome remarks in the opening ceremony of the 2021 PNLG Forum under the theme Networking for a New Ocean Decade of Hope. In this very special occasion, I would like to convey my gratitude and sincere thanks to our royal government of Cambodia to choose Sihanouk province as a local government to be the host of the East Asian Sea Congress 2021 and the 7th Ministerial Forum and 2021 PNLG Forum through online. We really sorry that we cannot organize this in a face-to-face manner due to the prolonged pandemic. However, at this moment, while we are organizing this program, recently the royal government of Cambodia has made decision to open the country once again in all sectors. However, during the last few days, we are notified by WHO about the new strain of virus, Omicron. So we are prepared in order to put forward new measures to fight against the new variant of the virus. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, taking this very special opportunity, may I inform you about the geography and situation of Presi Hanuk province. Presi Hanuk province is coastal province in the southern of Cambodia, located 230 kilometers distant from capital of Phnom Penh by National Road number 4. The province has a total land area of 2,658 square kilometers with coastal length of 175.8 kilometers. The province consists of 2 municipalities, 3 districts, 29 communes Sangkat with 11 villages, and total population of 310,072 people. Presi Hanuk is envisioned as a major economic development hub for Cambodia, and the royal government has created Presi Hanuk province land use plan with 2030 vision. The vision for this planning is to develop Presi Hanuk province as a pole for sustainable national development in the coastal area of Cambodia through development as a modern cities, promotion the most beautiful beaches in the world, and development and multi-purpose special economic zone in international gateway, national development center, national logistics center with links to Asian and global market, and a center for high-tech manufacturing industries that are in harmonize with better living environment. Based on economic potential, coastal geographical of the Cambodia and national, regional, and international framework. Sihanouk is known as the rising star in the southwest of Cambodia, with strong momentum of sustainable development, especially investment in the real estate, including business centers, condominiums, hotels, resorts, etc. In addition, we have international deep sea port, international airport, expressways, railways, and special economic zones, as well as rich national natural resources that are conducive to investment in all areas. With an abundance of natural resources, we have 32 small and large islands with an area of 162.39 square kilometers, beautiful beaches, tourist attraction, especially the fishery management area of Koh Rong and Koh Rong Sunlem Archipelago, which was designed to be the first marine national park in Cambodia in 2018, covers an area of 52,000 hectares, covering of coral reef, seagrass, and mangrove forests, other marine habitat, and dangerous species. Presently, Kampong Smart Marine Fishery Management Area also being established with an area of approximately 5,000 hectares covering mangrove forest, seagrass, mudflat, and main tourist destination in the province. In order to support the above-reach potential, the Royal Government of Cambodia, under the wise leadership of Samdech Akhet Muha Sinapade Techo Hun Sen, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, has decided to allocate two budget lines for developing PNLG province. Number one, $100 million for National Saving Fund, and two, fund from set out the principle of palm leaf to pack palm sugar policy, reconstruction of 37 city roads that currently 100% complete. At the same time, we organize and upgrade the beach space by powering white sand for 16,500 meters public beach and 4,730 meter long cliff for public amusement. 43 restaurants were organized according to standard format, and 9 public toilets, 3 wastewater treatment plants, and 7 pumping stations, as well as additional parking landscape improvement, were all complete on time. Our development is designed for modern cities that focus on quality, climate resilient, and give priority to disability, bicycle, water park, natural water treatment, coastal road, and walkways that are friendly with natural people and roads in order to transform Sihanoukville to significant development pole and a smart city, a multi-purpose special economic zone with clean environment for living, tourism, and business. Following the land use planning for Sihanouk Province Vision 2030. Excellency, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, during the last 2 decades after becoming members of PEMSEA family, we are very proud of the results achieved so far, and we would like to thanks very much to PEMSEA for your continuous support and the Integrated Coastal Management Program, ICM, first developed in Cambodia since 2000, implemented in Sihanoukville as a model location, and with technical and financial support from the from World Environment through PEMSEA in order to ensure sustainable development of our coastal and marine resources. In addition, I'd like to express my gratitude to Cambodian National Committee for Coastal Development and Management, as well as all concerned provincial departments, non-governmental organizations, local NGOs, civil society, the private sector, local communities, and our people for their effort to strengthen good governance mechanism and the implementation of activities at local level to address the issue of climate change and to reduce or mitigate the risk of disaster and to restore habitat protection and to ensure food sustainability, clean water supply, and hard and liquid waste management. And as recognized by PEMSEA through IMC certificate in 2015. Through IMC program, we have adopted a long-term Sinukville coastal strategy, illustrating the vision of all stakeholders to work together in a sustainable manner for development of coastal and maritime, and to promote the white sandy beach, rich marine biodiversity, and ensure livelihood of coastal communities relying on coastal resources. President Province has been implementing a coastal use zoning scheme to address multi-uses conflict which happens in the coastal area and to ensure long-term use of coastal and marine resources. Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I see that the PNLG Forum as a platform for a very important platform that provides opportunities for all coastal provinces and cities in the East Asian Sea, particularly PNLG network members, to share their knowledge, lesson learned, experience, input, and new interventions on annual basis, and that result from their practice in development, recreation, and conservation in order to of the marine environment and action toward sustainability. Therefore, involvement is the role of all subnational authorities and PNLG family in order to be involved in the management, protection, and rehabilitation of the resources in our coastal, marine, and ocean in a sustainable manner for future generation. Because ocean and beach with good environment can feed our people and animals for longer time with joy and purity. Finally, I would like to wish Excellency, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, with good health, prosperity, and wish you all stay safe from COVID-19. And I wish the 2021 PNLG Forum to be successful and fruitful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, His Excellency Governor of PNLG Hanok Provincial Administration, for your warm welcome opening remarks. Also giving his own message is Dr. Wan Moninit, Secretary General of Ministry of Environment Cambodia, as the co-chair of the EAS Partnership Council and one of the co-organizer of the EAS Congress 2021. Dr. Wan Moninit, the floor is yours.
Excellencies, Kuchumran, governors of provincial administration of PNLG Hanok of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Madam Ami Rosale, Executive Directors of PEMSEA Resources Facilities, Madam Roslan, President of the PEMSEA Network of Local Governors, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. On behalf of PEMSEA, I would like to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to the provincial administration of the PNLG Hanok for hosting this event and for bringing together our local chief executive, and representative from PNLG despite the challenges created by pandemic. This year, PNLG Forum is organized under East Asia Sea Congress 2021, which, as you may know, is our triennial event to convene the people from all walks of life, from the highest dignitaries to the local community, to track the progress made, share lessons learned from implementing the Sustainable Development Strategy for the Sea of East Asia, or SDS SEA, at the regional, national, and local levels. And from this, we are determined opportunities, the intervention, and the regional collaboration, considering the latest innovations and breakthrough in the management approach, technologies, regulation, investment, and financing. Thanks to the support of our PNLG members, we were able to achieve our target set in Tangerang Compass 2015, especially the completion of the regional state of ocean and coast report and 10 equivalent reports at the national level forecasting the blue economy. Likewise, we have scaled up our ICM, that means Integrated Coastal Management efforts, which at present cover estimate 40% of the regional coastline and contiguous watershed area, which is well beyond 25% target set by Compass by 2021. We have also facilitated formulation, adoption, implementation, policies, action plan, and the program on the coastal river association, watershed areas, and ocean ecosystem. Nonetheless, problems such as climate change, illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, marine plastic pollution, and proliferation of unsustainable building area and infrastructure development along the coast continue to count our fragile ecosystem, which have consequences on our resources-dependent community and the world at large. Tomorrow, ministers from PEMSEA country partners will sign PNLG ministerial declaration in recognition of this issue and needs to action to combat the negative effects of the pandemic COVID-19, as well as to reaffirm our commitments to advance climate action and blue economy as initial set in 2009 Manila Declaration and 2012 Yangon Declaration respectively. Russian ministerial declaration calls for the development of the PEMSEA roadmap that consider the regional priority of scaling up ICM further and improving state of play, blue investment, and community engagement in line with the country green recovery program to build better and healthier ocean, people, and economy. In relation to this, PNLG will play a crucial role. Over the years of network has and will continue to be at front lines in pioneering the building ICM efforts through on-the-ground work, capacity development, and facility of stakeholder linkage. In addition, moving the same time with the global ocean agenda, the network will also the key driving force to low carbon initiative across the marine value chain to the support the region conclude 26th Conference of the Parties to the UNSCC, which is considered as one of its primary benchmarks for success in the near future. The submission of new NDC that are ambitious enough to put us on track for the global temperature rise well below 2 degrees Celsius, as they said in the Glasgow. Let's keep 1.5 alive. Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for our host local government, especially the PNLG province, and I look forward to fruitful event with you all today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Van Boninit, for your meaningful message. Now, last but not least, may I call on Madame Noraini Binti Roslan, the PNLG President, for her message. Madam President, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. The Honorable Governor of Sihanouk, Cambodia, Secretary General of Cambodia Ministry of Environment, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, again, a very good morning. It is my great pleasure to welcome honorable guests to the 2021 PNLG Forum today. I would like to start off by thanking the Provincial Administration of Sihanouk, Cambodia for hosting this event, and the PNLG Secretariat and committee members for organizing this important forum. And I thank you for everyone for the continuous support for the PNLG cause and for taking the time to join us in this year's forum. PNLG has achieved significant milestones since its establishment in 2006. At the global level, the PNLG operationalized the adage, local is global and global is local, through the implementation of Integrated Coastal Management, or ICM. This ICM program contributes to the targets set by global plans of action on sustainable development, such as the Agenda 21 and the UN Sustainable Development Goals, especially goal number 14, as well as international conventions and agreements on biodiversity, climate change, disaster risk reduction, pollution management, and sustainable fisheries and livelihood. At the regional level, PNLG has played a key role in the implementation of the shared regional strategy, the Sustainable Development Strategy for the Seas of East Asia, by serving as the primary vehicle for ICM implementation and scaling up, which the SDS-SEA is anchored and directly contributing to the 25% target of covering the coastline of East Asia with ICM and surpassing it to 40% coverage a year ahead of the targeted deadline of 2021 as ICM implementation continue to scale up across the region. At the local level, PNLG members have pioneered the implementation of integrated approaches to establishing the necessary governance mechanism and managing priority environmental concerns in alignment with the national and local government's long and medium-term development and socio-economic plans. The number of local governments joining the PNLG attests to its continuing influence as a reputable network of local governments that is able to show the tangible benefits of an integrated approach to managing the threats and challenges in their respective coastal and marine areas and getting recognition for their effort. As of 2021, the PNLG has 51 local government members and 3 associate members. Ladies and gentlemen, the PNLG Strategic Action Plan 2016 to 2021 has directly supported the achievement of 5 SDGs, which are goal number 6, goal number 11, goal number 13, goal number 14, and goal number 17. For goal number 14, I would like to reiterate that we pledge to conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. The Strategic Action Plan outlines the proposed strategies, objectives, and targets of the PNLG in line with its commitment and obligation to contribute towards achieving regional, national, and local targets related to sustainable coastal development, including the SDS, SEA through ICM implementation. To note the concrete accomplishment and challenges for the seas of Asia has been the conservation of coastal and marine areas and the collaboration of various agencies and stakeholders in coastal management and its recognition at the regional level. With the start of the new decade, the PNLG joins the global community in contributing to the decade of action by formulating its SAP through 2030, focusing on enhancing the local implementation of selected SDGs. The PNLG Plan of Action to 2030 will also take into consideration the impact of COVID-19 pandemic that impede progress in achieving the SDGs and recovery strategies of the national government to reduce the risk of future cities. Today, we will discuss 3 major components which comprises the SAP, that is, strengthening governance and partnership, implementation of management programs related to 4 SDGs, that are SDG 6, 11, 13, and 14, and enhancing the monitoring, evaluation, and reporting. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 has caused worldwide disruption for both production and human activity. SDG 13 and 14 will face new threats to its progress, especially in Southeast Asia. Can we recover greener or bluer? But by using this platform, I would like to encourage guests to engage issues important to this region and to reach out to fellow attendees and members to generate partnership for change. We have to play an active role in working towards the global solution to climate change and to apply all feasible and economic viable adaptation and mitigation measures to achieve Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. Before I end my speech, I would like to thank everyone and looking forward to this productive event. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Noraini Binti Roslan, for your informative and inspiring speech. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Noraini Binti Roslan will be the chair for today's forum, and she will be assisted by Mr. Kong Witana, Vice Governor of Sihanouk Provincial Administration, Vice President of PNLG as the co-chair. So now over to you, Madam Roslan, as chair for the presentation and approval of the agenda for this year's PNLG Forum. Madam President, kindly take the floor.
Thank you, Ms. Anita. Now I would like to call the General Assembly to order. These are the agenda for today's assembly. And I ask PNLG members to review and approve the agenda. Do we have an agreement on the agenda? Well, I hear no objection, so we adopt this agenda for today. I would like to first call upon Dr. Fang Xinhua, Deputy Secretary General of PNLG,
Sinabi kong be ready. O, paano na?
and Deputy Director of Coastal and Ocean Management
Sabi ko sa
Institute,
porn, be ready. Kasi
Xiamen University, to present the 2021 work summary and PNLG work plan and budget for 2022. To you, Dr. Fang. Yes. Go ahead, Dr. Fang.
Dr. Fang, you are on mute.
Dr. Fang, we cannot hear you.
Distinguished guests, dear friends, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor to report to the General Assembly the work of PNLG in 2021 and the work plan for 2022. Although multiple challenges as the pandemic continues, the PNLG has still moved forward with valuable support from PEMSEA and other organizations and all the PNLG members. The first part is a work summary of 2021. In 2021, the PNLG sector actively carried out various activities with the guide of the PNLG with the guide of the PNLG Strategic Action Plan 2016 to 2021, particularly with the support of PRF. First, conducting the 12th PNLG Executive Committee meeting virtually on July 15, 2021. During the meeting, the EC members had discussions on the preparations for the annual forum, new membership application, election of new officers, PNLG, PNLC Joint Learning Forum, and the compilation of the new PNLG Strategic Action Plan, which laid a good foundation for the smooth conduct of PNLG Forum. Second, the PNLG sector, together with PNLG and the host of the 2021 PNLG Annual Forum, Provincial and Administration of Prince Sihanouk, has made preparations for the forum through a number of online meetings. The preliminary work, including agenda development, invitation letters, materials compiling, etc., have been completed so far to ensure the smooth conduct of the forum. Third, the new PNLG Strategic Action Plan. The PNLG sector, together with PRF, completed the draft of PNLG Strategic Action Plan 2022 to 2030 and the pre-Sihanouk Declaration, and sent the draft to all members for comment and suggestions. Based on the feedbacks received, the revised draft will be presented for official approval at this forum. Next is the nomination and the election of PNLG officers. According to the PNLG Charter, the current PNLG President and Vice President term will end this year. According to the election guide, the PNLG sector prepared a work plan for the official election, carry out the election work accordingly, and finally confirm the long nominee for each position to ensure the smooth election progress. The fifth is recruiting new members. The PNLG sector received the application from Busan, Republic of Korea earlier, then submitted its recommendation to the EC meeting for approval. The representative of Busan City will sign the PNLG charters and officially join PNLG today. This will bring PNLG's membership to 52 regular members, and 3 associate members. This year, we held the first PNLG-PNLC Joint Learning Forum on November 18. PNLG Sector, PRF, Coastal and Ocean Management Institute, or COMI, Xiamen University, and Xiamen Marine International Cooperation Center organized the 2021 PNLG-PNLC Joint Learning Forum as the first time of such effort. Nearly 100 representatives of PNLG and the PNLC members from several countries attended the seminar online. The theme of the forum is integrated coastal management implication for
Hello, Dr. Fang. We cannot hear you.
I think your microphone is muted again. So can you try to unmute it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry for that. Yeah, we organized the first joint PNLG-PNLC Joint Learning Forum. And we have 3 sections, and we are very honored having Dr. Cha Tian delivering his keynote speech at this event. And I also very pleased to see Dr. Cha also attended this morning. Our next important work is the PNLG newsletters. With the technical support from COMI, Xiamen University, the PNLG sector has issued PNLG newsletter quarterly this year. In addition to this, the PNLG profile is also edited. Our original aims are to enhance the information sharing and experience exchange of ICM and the coastal sustainable development within our network, and also expand our members' influence beyond. Last but not least is the capacity building of the PNLG sector. The PNLG sector participated in several international events during the World Ocean Week this year. The sector has strengthened communication and exchange with PRF, and has established long-term cooperation with the marine-related institutes and other international organizations, such as World Economic Forum. The second part is PNLG work plan in 2022. In 2022, the PNLG sector will continue to provide training opportunity for members, encourage knowledge sharing among members, and expand ICM coverage in this region. First, organize the 2022 PNLG EEC meeting and prepare for the 2022 PNLG Annual Forum to advance the work in an orderly manner. Second, encourage more interested parties who are working on ICM and sustainable coastal development to join PNLG. Third, jointly provide training opportunity with many partners in response to the needs of PNLG members. Fourthly, compile newsletters to promote information sharing and experience exchange among the members on blue economy, ecological restoration, and environmental abatement. Next, update the PNLG microsite in the PNLG website to expand the influence of PNLG. Last but not least is select good practice of ICM and issue case studies for the members' reference. The third part of my report is about financial. In 2021, Xiamen municipal government continued to support the operation of PNLG sector both in cash and in kind. The expenditure is estimated to $20,000. Due to the pandemic, most of the related events has been conducted virtually this year. Therefore, no expenditure was incurred from PNLG amount in 2021. Regarding the budget in 2022, in order to better serve the members, the available fund is proposed to be allocated for the following items. First of all, the daily operation of PNLG sector will continuously supported by Xiamen municipal government in estimated $20,000. The expenditure includes organizing the important meetings such as the EC meeting and the employees hiring and the capacity building activities. Secondly, the amount of around $30,000 from PNLG Xiamen account is proposed to allocate to support activities of training and information sharing. The sector will also seek more funding sources for this important work. Thirdly, as usual, the amount of $3,000 from the Manila account is proposed to allocate to pay the international travel fees for PNLG officials to attend the EC meeting and annual forum. So the above budget items add up to about $54,000. So that's all for my report. The General Assembly is requested to approve the work summary and work plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fan. I would like to express my highest appreciation to the Xiamen Municipal Council for its continuous support in the PNLG Secretariat's operation. And I would like also to thank our Dr. Chua Tian Eng, Emeritus to East Asian Partnership Council, for his tireless leadership and guidance to all of us here in PNLG. I would like to call upon the Assembly to comment on the work plan and budget, and would like to request the Assembly to adopt and approve the proposed work plan and budget. I open the floor. I see Cik Hasnor from Selangor raising his hand. Can we hear your voice?
Okay, thank you, Secretary and Madam Chairman, and also all the forum members. Since nobody else is raised up their hand, so I make a first, and I hope we can support to everybody. First, thank you to Dr. Fang Kinhu for the presentation for the 2021 work summary and PNLG work plan and budget for 2022. I introduce myself. I'm Hasul Nizam bin Syahri, Director of Selangor Water Management Authority in Malaysia. We join you in expressing our appreciation to Xiamen Municipal Government for its continuing support to the PNLG Secretariat operations. We also acknowledge the work summary presented by the PNLG Secretariat for 2021. Despite the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic to travel and its implementation of our plans and programs this year, the PNLG was still able to accomplish and pursue some collaborative work with selected partners. For the proposed work plan for 2022, we hope that the capacity building activities will benefit more members of the network. On behalf of the Selangor Water Management Authority of Malaysia and PNLG members, I move to have the work plan and budget for 2022 approved as presented. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Hasnor. Can we have any other voice from the members? If not, we approve the 2021 work summary and propose 2022 work plan and budget. Thank you. Now we move on to the next agenda, which is the introduction to the 2022 and 2030 Strategic Action Plan for the PEMSEA network of local government. I invite Ms. Nancy Burmas to present the SAP. Ms. Nancy is the Senior Program Manager for PEMSEA Resource Facility. To you, Nancy.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, Excellencies, colleagues, and partners. I am very pleased to introduce the highlights of the PNLG Strategic Action Plan covering the period 2022 to 2030 and the PREA-Sihanouk Declaration. This is actually a reiteration of what Madam Chair has already described in her speech, but let me go through the highlights of the SAP. Okay, so for the past 15 years since the inauguration of the PNLG, two strategic action plans or SAPs has already been adopted by the network. The SAP is necessary because it charts the future course of the PNLG collectively as a network, while the local government members have their own individual and medium-term and long-term strategic plans. The SAP aims to draw and consolidate the priorities and good practices of the PNLG members in relation to sustainable coastal development and showcase their contribution to local, national, regional, and global targets. So the PNLG adopted 5-year SAP in 2011 during the PNLG General Assembly in Dongying, China, with the signing of the Dongying Declaration. The first SAP was inspired by the increasing interest on blue economy, and the PNLG members reaffirmed their commitment to implement 6 concrete and measurable targets through their ICM programs that are blue economy responsive. And then the PNLG adopted the second 5-year SAP in 2016 during the PNLG General Assembly in Ansan, Republic of Korea, with the signing of the Ansan Declaration. The SAP set the targets and actions for the network until 2021 in line with 4 UN Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, as Madam Chair described a while ago. The SDGs were adopted by the UN member countries in 2015. And for the PNLG, there are 4 SDG targets that they have committed to implement plans and programs to contribute to their achievement. This includes SDG 6 on clean water and sanitation, SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities, SDG 13 on climate action, and SDG 14 on life below water. And today, the PNLG members will adopt the third SAP covering the period 2022 to 2030 with the signing of the PREA-Sihanouk Declaration. Okay, so the third SAP, or the upcoming SAP, will serve as a guiding framework for the PNLG until 2030, which is aligned with the target completion year of the UN SDGs. It is also aligned with the regional priorities of PEMSEA, of the PEMSEA roadmap to 2030, which will be adopted by the ministers of the 11 country partners of PEMSEA at the ministerial forum tomorrow, as Dr. Van Munilit also highlighted in his speech. The third SAP outlines the program components and the corresponding targeted actions, indicators of progress, timeline, and responsibilities of the members and its various partners. And similar to the past, to the 2 previous SAPs, the third SAP does not create new responsibilities, but builds on the past accomplishments of the members collectively and individually, and maintaining its relevance under the 20th Decade of Action for Sustainable Development. Okay, so the framework for the third SAP comprises of 3 major program components. These include strengthening governance and partnerships, the continuing implementation of management programs related to these 4 SDG targets that have been committed to by the members in the Ansan Declaration. And the third one is enhancing the monitoring, evaluation, and reporting system of the network. As mentioned by Dr. Fang, the PNLG Secretariat has earlier provided the members a copy of the draft SAP and the PREA-Sihanouk Declaration for review, where details of each of these 14 key actions under these 3 major program components were provided. So in the interest of time, I will not elaborate on the 14 key actions, but I would like to emphasize that they are practical, relevant, and timely as far as the local governments are concerned. Also, the third SAP is relevant because the PNLG joins the global community in contributing to the decade of action, focusing on enhancing local implementation of selected SDGs. Sorry. Let me see. Okay, so the third SAP will also take into account the outcomes of these various global plans of actions, including the UN Decade of Ocean Science, the Post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework, the and regional agreements using an integrated coastal delivery and integrating mechanism. And as also highlighted by Madam Chair, the third SAP will also take into consideration the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. So we will take into consideration the recovery strategies of the national governments as well as the local governments to reduce the risk of future crises. And finally, the PREA-Sihanouk declaration entitled PNLG Leadership for the Decade of Action for Sustainable Development of the Coast and Oceans through Integrated Coastal Management serves as a declaration of commitment among the members to implement the SAP 2022 to 2030. And this will be achieved through the implementation of ICM programs and related initiatives that addresses the 14 key actions and targets of the SAP within the authorities and jurisdiction of the local government members and regularly reporting their progress in implementation within the next 5 years. With that, I'd like to thank the General Assembly for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. I would like to remind members that with the completion of PNLG SAP, the first one, 2016 to 2021, we have taken actions that has been outlined within the SAP, and it has become guidance to all members in our initiatives towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. And with the new one for 2022 and 2030, it will surely continue to guide all the members into programming, initiating projects that will contribute to the betterment of the coastal and marine areas. So thank you, PEMSEA, for helping us prepare this SAP. And I hope all the members will look into the strategic action plans and adopt it as your local authorities' strategic plans. And I hope it will also get recognition by the regional and the national government. Our next agenda is to the signing of the PREA-Sihanouk Declaration adopting the PNLG SAP 2022 to 2030 by all the PNLG members. So I pass to our co-chair, Mr. Kong Vitana.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nairosli. Thank you for Ms. Burma for introducing the Strategic Action Plan 2022-2030, which serves as the guiding framework for the PNLG to achieve its objective for sustainable development of the coast and ocean through 2030. On behalf of the PREA-Sihanouk, the host of the local government of the 2021 PNLG Forum, I would like to invite all our PNLG members to adopt the Strategic Action Plan as an affirmation of our strong commitment to implement the Strategic Action Plan by signing the PREA-Sihanouk Declaration. Thank you.
Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to facilitate the signing of the declaration, we have witnesses, Ms. Amy Gonzalez, Executive Director, PEMSEA Resource Facility, Dr. Wan Muninian, Secretary General of Cambodia Ministry of Environment and Co-Chair for the East Asian Sea Partnership Council, Dr. Chua Thie Eng, Chair Emeritus, East Asian Sea Partnership Council. I would like to invite Excellency, Signatory and witnesses to turn on their video. Our PRF Secretariat will coordinate this task. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, may we request all signatories to kindly open your videos. Are we all ready? For all the signatories from the local governments, we will request everyone to kindly open your video from Bontang, Batangas, let me see. Okay, so now we're ready. So on the count of 5, may request all signatories to sign your respective PNLG declarations. Okay, let's just wait for everyone. Okay, so everybody's ready? On the count of 5, may we request everyone to sign the respective PNLG declarations? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me, Amy, I don't have the visuals of the signatories.
We take it on a gallery view because if we spotlight all of them, they will not fit.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone has done signing their respective declarations. May we now okay, so to commemorate this momentous declaration of the PREA-CIHANOOC PNLG declaration, may we request everyone to please hold on to your signed declaration parallel to our beautiful faces, and we will take the picture for everyone. June, kindly cue for the picture taking.
Hey everyone, we'll count. 3, 2, 1. Another one. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Amy. Next agenda is the election of new PNLG officers. I would like to ask Mr. Dr. Fang to present the process and the result of the election of our new PNLG officers. Dr. Fang?
Thank you, Ms. President. According to the PNLG Charter, the current PNLG President and the Vice President's term will end in 2021. In this regard, the PNLG Secretary has started the relevant work of election. The PNLG Secretary submitted the schedule for nomination and election for the 12th PNLG EC meeting and got approval. Here is the schedule for nomination and elections started from July 2021. The PNLG Secretary called for nomination of candidates from July to August. After compiling all nominations, the Secretary notified and secured the consent of the nominees in September. After follow-up consultation and communication, the PNLG Secretary confirmed Mr. Lei Kuan-nam, Vice Chairman of Da Nang People's Committee, Vietnam, as the nominee of PNLG President, and Mr. Ahmed Zaki Iskandar, Region of Tangerang Regency, Indonesia, as the nominee of PNLG Vice President. The members were informed of the election result in November. Now, the General Assembly is requested to formally elect the President and the Vice President of PNLG. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fang. I think next in the agenda is for.
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay. Proceed, Miss Annabelle.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Annabelle Kayabi. I'm Head of Provincial Government, Environment and Natural Resources Office, Cavite Province. On behalf of Cavite Province, Philippines, and the PNLG members, we thank the PNLG Secretariat and PEMSEA Resource Facility for facilitating the process of nomination and consultation among the PNLG members for the selection of the new PNLG President and Vice President. We concur with the results of the selection process with the consent of both nominees to serve as officers of the PNLG. I move to formally elect Dr. Lee Kuan-nam and Mr. Ahmed Zaki Iskandar as President and Vice President of the PEMSEA network of local governments, respectively. Thank you.
同意两位候选人当选卸任 PNLG 领导人，谢谢。
Go ahead, Dr. Fang.
Indonesia is on the.
Mr. Fahri, continue.
Yes. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Chairs and all of PNLG members. My name is Fahri Wahyudin from Bontang City Government, one of member of PNLG. On behalf of Bontang City and PNLG member, I would like to second Cavite Province motion for the election of the Dr. Lee Kuan-nam from Vietnam and Mr. Ahmad Zaki Iskandar from Indonesia as a President and Vice President of the PEMSEA network of local government, respectively. Congratulations. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that Dr. Lei Kuan-nam and Mr. Ahmed Zaki Iskandar be formally elected as President and Vice President of the PEMSEA network of local government, respectively. Thank you.
Next, Mr. Fang, can you call to Mr. Lin to administer the oath for the new officers? Oh, the oath taking first. Continue, Mr. Lin.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Wait for a while. We will just put spotlight to the new president and vice president. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Rama.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay. Please follow after me. I hereby elected to the position of the PNLG Network of Local Government for Sustainable Coastal Development.
Tôi, Lê Quang Nam, được bầu vào vị trí Chủ tịch mạng lưới các chính quyền địa phương của PEMSEA về sự phát triển bền vững của vùng bờ.
Hereby solemnly swear. Here we go.
I think Mr. Lee have to repeat after Mr. Lin.
I have to, ma.
Continue, Mr. Lin.
Okay. Hereby solemnly swear and undertake to exercise in all loyalty, discretion, and consent the function intact to me and to discharge this function to the best of my ability, and to regulate my conduct with the interest on the East Asia Sea region and the PNLG in view.
Xin trọng tuyên thệ về sự cam kết và thực hiện các nhiệm vụ được giao với tất cả lòng trung thành, ý chí và lương tâm.
The best of my ability and to regulate my conduct with the interest of the East Asian Seas region and PNLG in view.
Tôi và cam kết điều chỉnh hành vi của tôi cho phù hợp với lợi ích của khu vực Biển Đông, Á và mạng lưới PNLG.
Please follow after me. I hereby elected to the position of the PNLG Network of Local Government for Sustainable Coastal Development.
I, Ahmedzaki Skandar, hereby elected to the position of Vice President of the PEMSEA Network of Local Government for Sustainable Coastal Development.
Hereby solemnly swear the undertake to exercise in all loyalty, discretion, and consent, and function entrusted to me, and discharge this function to the best of my ability, and to regulate my conduct with the interest on the East Asia Sea region and the PNLG in view.
Hereby solemnly swear and undertake to exercise in all loyalty, discretion, and conscience the function entrusted to me, and to discharge this function to the best of my ability, and to regulate my conduct with the interest of the East Asian region and the PNLG in view.
Okay.
I believe the new president and vice president have signed their oath as the new PNLG president and vice president. So, Ms. Anita, you can have the floor now.
Thank you, Madam President. May I request everyone then to turn off their videos, as I would like to call on our new president, Mr. Lê Quang Nam, Vice Mayor of Da Nang City, Vietnam, for his acceptance speech. Mr. President, kindly take the floor.
Excellencies, distinguished guests, participants, fellow local government members of the PNLG, I am very honored for your confidence and trust that you have placed in me to serve as your president for the next 3 years. It is very important and very challenging role, and I would like to thank you for giving me this chance to help foster PNLG to adopt the Strategic Action Plan for the next period until 2030. This will provide strategic direction for our PNLG members to join hands and contribute towards global, regional, national, and local targets. And we will continue to implement ICM program within our region and our platform. I wish to acknowledge the achievements and contributions for our ongoing and past achievements. Your leadership has certainly transformed PNLG into a strong, self-sustaining network over the past 15 years since PNLG's inauguration meeting in 2006. Under this able leadership, PNLG has established and maintained its relevance to global and regional developments and sustainable development, and has built a strong network guided by common vision. It is my privilege, together with Mr. Ahmed Zaki Iskandar of Tangerang, Indonesia, to continue the work and accomplishments of PNLG. Over the next 3 years, we will continue to build on our strength while taking on new directions, partnerships, taking advantage of the recognition that we have obtained as a result of good practices in ICM. Let us continue to foster PNLG as an essential platform for good governance, and through our annual forum and meetings to share our good practices, lesson learned, and facilitate our peer learning on ICM implementation. Personally, I had the opportunity to be engaged with the activities in Da Nang National ICM Demonstration Project of PEMSEA in 2000. In the year 2000, Da Nang City has made great efforts to develop and implement and monitor the progress of ICM. we have witnessed the transformation of Da Nang to become a sustainable city as we implement the ICN program like 2 decades ago. We continue to face with new challenges and also the impacts of COVID-19, but with strong local leadership and capacity, we are able to identify appropriate measures to address the threats and facilitate green and resilient recovery. Da Nang City hosted the 2007 and 2015 PNLG Forum, where we share the good practices and the suitable activities to deal with the challenges, and also we have learned from the experience of PNLG members. So I look forward to receive the further support from all the members of PNLG in the coming time. Finally, I pledge to serve the PNLG in accordance with the vision and goals of the network as stipulated in the PNLG Charter. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call on the new Vice President, Mr. Ahmed Zaki Iskandar, Region of Tangerang, Indonesia, to give his acceptance speech. Mr. Vice President, kindly take the floor.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace, mercy, and blessing of God upon all of you. Thank you, Honorable Board and members of the PNLG and all guests in PNLG Forum 2021. On behalf of the government of Tangerang Regency and personally, I'm grateful to all of you for that warm introduction of me as a new PNLG Vice President. At this pivotal time in East Asian region, the call for regional cooperation is loud and clear. All of us here must integrate our effort to prove the permanent solidarity of our leadership. Let me quote Gail Oserenko that the most important key to success in ocean governance is leadership. With the trust of the community and the government, we have the responsibility to create community welfare as well as maintaining clean and healthy ocean. Furthermore, I give my sincerest gratitude to PEMSEA and the PNLG Secretariat for their support and putting trust on me as the PNLG Vice President. This trust that has been given will be maintained by being part of strong local government coordination in ensuring the development of coastal areas with an integrated coastal management approach. Many thank you for your kind of attention, and may God guide all us, and pandemic hopefully will be end on 2022. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Laman aja Pak, mangrove-nya belum disiapin Pak. Ya.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for your meaningful speech. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, to thank our outgoing officers, we have Mr. Lin. Mr. Lin, over to you.
Thank you, Anita. we would like to thank our outgoing PNLG officers for their dedication for the members. Madam Rosalind started her 2010 presidency in 2015. Her first term saw the adoption of the PNLG SAP 2016 to 2021 and the creation of the online reporting system to showcase the PNLG members' actions. For 2018 to 2021, Madam Rosden and Mr. Kong were able to review the programs of the SAP implementation and launch the PNLG Marine Debris Prevention Initiative. This year, they are also actively promote the signing of Prince Sihanouk Declaration and the adoption of PNLG SAP 2022 to 2030. We sincerely wish them good luck in their respective advocacy and endeavors on ICM. We look forward to their continued support to the PNLG as the network implement the SAP through 2039 with the take care of action for sustainable development. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lin. May we have our incumbent and newly elected officers for a group photo with Mr. Lin? Please turn on your camera. Our PRF Secretariat will assist with the taking the shots.
Okay, everyone. 3, 2, 1.
June, one more. Let's include Deputy Governor Kong Bitanak.
Okay, another one. 3, 2, 1.
One more. 1. June, are you ready? 1,
1,
2,
2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations to Dr. Lee Kuang Nam and Mr. Ahmad Zaki Iskandar as our new President and Vice President of PNLG. All the best in your future undertakings. I would like to thank Mr. Lin and all the PNLG members and especially the committee members for your trust in my leadership for the past 6 years. And now we would have to proceed to the next agenda, which is the introduction of our new members. So I would like to call upon Mr. Fang to introduce the result of the review made by PNLG Executive Committee for the application of Busan, Republic of Korea as the 52nd PNLG member local government. Dr. Fang?
Thank you. PNLG sector received the application materials from Busan, Republic of Korea for joining PNLG in November 2020. The PNLG sector reviewed the application based on the eligibility for membership as indicated in the PNLG Charter and submitted the recommendations to the PNLG EC meeting for final review and approval. The EC approved the application of Busan as a new PNLG regular member at the EC meeting conducted on July 15, 2021. Busan has made very good progress in coastal and marine environmental protection, marine resource management, and marine litter management, etc. So it's hoped that after joining PNLG, Busan will follow PNLG Charter, actively and participate in PNLG activities and promote the sustainable coastal development of the East Asian seas together with other members. Thank you very much.
Ms. Anita?
May I call on our representative of Busan for the signing of the PNLG Charter and speech? I would like also to call on our witnesses. Please turn on your video.
Before the speech of appreciation of being accepted as a proud new member of PNLG, I cordially ask your kind understanding on the absence of Deputy General of Marine Agriculture and Fisheries Bureau in Metropolitan City. Because of his very urgent and inevitable schedule, he has to participate in. I'm Kang Hyun-ju, Deputy Director of Marine Environment Division of Busan Metropolitan City. On behalf of Director General of Marine Agriculture and Fisheries Bureau, I will lead his speech. I'm very pleased to meet you all. Busan Metropolitan City gained approval for PNLG membership from the Executive Committee in last July following its submission of the application in November 2020. And today, the city finally becomes an official member city of PNLG. As full implementation of UN SDGs since 2015, Busan clearly identified the necessity of joining a reputable international network to enhance international cooperation by grasping the constant changes in the state of international affairs, coming up with measures to respond to maritime environmental issues, and pioneering multilateral cooperative projects with member cities. I sincerely believe that PNLG is a pace-setting network for sustainable growth in East Asian region related to coastal and maritime resource management. As one of the proud regular member cities of PNLG, Busan is faithfully committed to complying with Code of Conduct stated in the PNLG Charter and will make all-out effort to implement its strategic action plans accordingly with all member states and cities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing Busan active participation in the network. Welcome to the PNLG family.
Welcome, Busan, and we proceed to the next agenda, which is the announcement of Tangerang
video, Madam
Sorry, ma'am.
Noraini. Madam Noraini.
Yes.
We will have a video from
okay.
Busan. Thank you.
Thank you.
June, there's no audio. Wala na. June, no audio.
Does anyone also have no audio?
Can't hear anything from the audio.
I'm sorry, Busan, we cannot hear you. Can we try again?
Actually, we are joining the network.
No audio, June.
저쪽에서 틀어주는 거잖아요, 그렇죠? 안 나오죠?
We still cannot hear you. Miss Kim, can you try again? I'm sorry, Busan, we still cannot hear the address.
Yeah, and can I read the acceptance speech on behalf of our mayor?
Okay.
Yes, I relate.
Proceed.
Yes, distinguished chair, Madam Nuraini binti Noslan and relevant officials from PNLG member cities, Honorable Governor Krok Chaumon and officials from the Sihanoukville provincial government. It is my great pleasure to meet you all. I'm Park Hyung-jun, Mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, Republic of Korea. Allow me to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to all of you for your approval of Busan joining PNLG. Now, I will sign the charter of the PNLG. I wish to extend my deepest respect and appreciation to the 53 local governments from 10 countries as dedicated members of PNLG, which have made joint efforts to properly manage the maritime environment in East Asia for such a long time. I'm very pleased and proud that Busan is able to become a member of PNLG. Today, all humanity faces the common crisis of climate change. It is a critical time for the international community to form strong cooperation and solidarity for the sustainable future on this planet. In particular, densely populated East Asian cities sharing the North Pacific region should more closely cooperate with one another to prevent and manage marine pollution. As a member city of PNLG, Busan will actively cooperate with local governments in each country as well as city-based networks for a sustainable development and management of shores and the ocean. Taking this occasion, I expect Busan will have a good opportunity to learn about the various experiences and lessons from foreign local governments. Busan has set Green Smart City as the city's core vision and seeks to rapidly transform itself into a carbon neutral city. Furthermore, we are committed to sharing the vision with all people around the world, which all humanity needs to pursue together in the era of climate crisis and the grand transformation towards digitalization by winning the bid to host the 2030 World Expo in Busan. In this regard, I cordially ask our member cities to give your active support to Busan to host the 2030 World Expo. Additionally, it is my hope that the PNLG Forum will be held in Busan in near future. In addition, Busan is set to hold the 7th International Marine Debris Conference in September of next year. I ask for your kind interest and participation in this event as well. Lastly, Busan is strongly committed to playing an active role in PNLG. As such, I wish for the continued success of our all member cities. Thank you.
Congratulations, Busan, and welcome to PNLG.
Thank you for your warm-hearted welcome.
Thank you. Let us move on to our last agenda. I would like to formally announce Tangerang Regency, Indonesia, as the local government host for the 2022 PNLG Forum. I would like to invite Mr. Iskandar, the Regent of Tangerang, to render a short speech on behalf of the host local government. Silakan Pak.
Ya, terima kasih. Terima kasih, Bu Nuraini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace, mercy, and blessing of God be upon all of you. The Honorable Board and members of the PNLG and all guests in PNLG Forum 2021, on behalf of the government of Tangerang Regency, we are pleased to warmly welcome you to be here in PNLG Forum 2021. Our deepest appreciation goes to PEMSEA and the PNLG Secretariat and the province of PNLG, Cambodia, who have invited us to participate in this important forum. Tangerang Regency, with population almost 4 million people, is a partner of the capital city of Indonesia, which is DKI Jakarta. And directly adjacent to DKI Jakarta, Tangerang Regency has coastal line as long as 51.2 kilometers. With such a high and huge pressures on coastal resources due to the cross interest of the use of the space and resources. Since 2015, we have realized that the coast is a potential and vulnerable area. With the integrated coastal management approach introduced by IPB University as our partners, we start the Coastal Community Development Movement, or we call it Gerbang Mapan in Tangerang. And with the integrated coastal development approach, we start to build 25 coastal villages step by step with a focus on basic infrastructure, community empowerment, and community economic improvement. However, for urban areas such as Tangerang, economic inequality often occurs, and we want to nobody to be left behind and marginalized. As initial result of the Gerbang Mapan program, which we start since 2015, we have been rehabilitating more than 100 hectares by planting at least 1.2 million mangrove stems. This is in the line with the improving condition of coastal environment, which is initially had 79.2 hectares of mangrove in 2015. Now it has increased up to 121 hectares. This was confirmed by the emergence of Tachypilus gigas, also known as a horseshoe crab, as a bioindicator animal for healthy coastal environment. To improve basic infrastructure, we have to build and operationalize Pantura Hospital or Coastal Hospital as a B-type hospital, as well as the clinic, health clinic in such area, which make it easier for the community to access health, as well as for education and provision of clean water facilities, so that people can be more easily to get access to basic development services. We also built mangrove rehabilitation centers in Ketapang Village and Tanjung Pasir Village for mangrove education and ecotourism purposes, with the multi-species of mangrove and agricultures as tangible evidence of the benefit of mangrove in order to increase community income. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the challenge and the problem of coastal area will be more complicated in the future. This needs cooperation between regions, between government levels, and between government and public or private sector through the ICM implementation. It's an honor for Kabupaten Tangerang or Tangerang Regency to host the 2022 PNLG Forum. Although Tangerang is a new member of PNLG and achievement of rehabilitation are still ongoing, this trust gives us motivation. And Tangerang Regency will work smarter and wiser in managing coastal areas. We hope that through this forum, we can share ideas, unite our effort and commitment to provide sustainable development and inspiring us to develop our coastal area with successful method and leadership. So I would like to welcome you in 2022 in Kabupaten Tangerang or Tangerang Regency, Indonesia. Thank you for your kind attention. May God guide all us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, Mr. Iskandar, Region of Tangerang, Indonesia, for your meaningful speech. Thank you for your acceptance in hosting the 2022 PNLG Forum next year. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a short video on Tangerang Regency of Indonesia.
Kabupaten Tangerang, Provinsi Banten, terletak di sebelah barat Jakarta dengan ibu kotanya Tiga Raksa. Kabupaten Tangerang terbagi atas 29 kecamatan, 28 kelurahan, dan 246 desa dengan total luas wilayah 959,60 km persegi atau 9,93% dari seluruh luas wilayah Provinsi Banten.
Ketapang, ya, desa Ketapang di pesisir pantai Kecamatan Mauk yang nanti akan kita rehabilitasi dan revitalisasi untuk menjadi tempat wisata bahari dan juga wisata mangrove.
Kabupaten Tangerang, Satya Karya Kerta Raharja.
Thank you, Tangerang, for the video. We normally have the passing of flag physically, but we have to do it virtually. So, Secretariat, how will this happen?
Madam Chair, there will be no virtual passing of the PNLG flag.
Okay. So we just have to imagine that the passing of PNLG flag will be passed on from Cambodia to Sihanouk, Cambodia to Tangerang, Indonesia. Okay, with that, thank you. With that event, I will now adjourn the General Assembly. Thank you very much for everybody's cooperation. And I will pass the floor to our new PNLG President to formally close the 2021 PNLG Forum. Dr. Lee.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to address you at the new PNLG President at the closing of the 2021 PNLG Forum. We have achieved significant milestones today. First, the signing of the PNLG Declaration adopting the PNLG Strategic Action Plan for 2022 to 2030 in line with global, regional, national, and local targets for sustainable development and commemorating the PNLG's 15th year of anniversary. Secondly, the expansion of the PNLG membership to 52 local government members from 10 countries across East Asian region. And we warmly welcome Busan from the Republic of Korea as the new member. Thirdly, the confirmation of Tangerang Regency of Indonesia as the host local government of the 2022 PNLG Forum. Fourthly, the election of new PNLG officers, including the chairman, the vice chairman, who will lead the implementation of the adopted strategic action plan that serves as the blueprint for aligning our course of action with global and regional targets for sustainable development and our national priorities, as well as specific priorities in our local government. We have also proven the effectiveness of engaging partners in the course of implementing the previous action plans, where capacity enhancement serves as the core mechanism, and we will further strengthen our partnership with PEMSEA network and also the other partners of PEMSEA and our respective countries and localities to promote inclusiveness and further enhance our capacities. Please allow me to thank and recognize the commitment and leadership of our outgoing PNLG President, Madame Roslan, PNLG Vice President, Mr. Vitanek, not only in steering the PNLG Forum, but also I would like to thank you for your steadfast and unwavering support to PNLG during your term of office. And we hope that you will continue to assist us in implementation of the next action plan. I would also like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks and appreciation on behalf of the PNLG members to the host government of Sihanouk province of Cambodia for graciously hosting the virtual PNLG Forum of 2021. And also appreciation to the Secretariat team from the Xiamen government and Sihanouk province and PEMSEA Resort Facility for their hard work that contribute to our success. Lastly, I would like to thank the local government and associate members of the PNLG network for consistently and actively participating to our activities. I look forward to meeting all of you face to face, hopefully in Tangerang, Indonesia next year. Please stay safe, healthy at all times. Thank you very much.
The 2021 PNLG Forum have come to an end. I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to our dear participants for joining us today. On behalf of the Sihanouk Provincial Administration, I have the honor to invite everyone to one day visit and experience the vibrant, bustling seaside community of Sihanouk. សូមគោរពថ្លែងអំណរគុណនិងសូមជម្រាបលា នេះខ្ញុំសូមក្រុមជើញឯកឧត្តមលោកជំទាវលោកស្រីទាំងអស់មេត្តាលើកដៃដើម្បីក្រុមការងារចាប់យករូបភាពចាបញ្ជូនទៅសហការីនៅក្រៅប្រទេសសូមអរគុណចាសូមគោរពថ្លែងអំណរគុណ
ចាក្រុមសូមអនុញ្ញាតសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញអាដាមលោកស្រីទាំងអស់អញ្ជើញពិសា5ថ្ងៃត្រង់នៅក្នុងសន្តាន
ព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាមានតំបន់ឆ្នេរសមុទ្រប្រវែង440គីឡូម៉ែត្រដែលមានជាយទ្វីបទូលាយដែលផ្ដល់ភាពងាយស្រួលដល់ការធ្វើនាវាចរនិងសម្បូរទៅដោយធនធានជលផលដ៏សម្បូរបែបកោះតូចធំជាច្រើនកន្លែងរួមនឹងខ្សាច់ពណ៌សដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតទឹកសមុទ្រថ្លានិងកញ្ចក់ប្រកបដោយខ្យល់អាកាសបរិសុទ្ធដែលជាគោលដៅទេសចរណ៍ដ៏ល្អប្រណិតនិងគួរឲ្យទាក់ទាញដែនសមុទ្រកម្ពុជាមានទីតាំងជាប់នឹងខេត្តចំនួន4រួមមានខេត្តកំពតខេត្តកែបខេត្តកោះកុងនិងខេត្តព្រះសីហនុខេត្តកំពតមានទីតាំងស្ថិតនៅប៉ែកខាងត្បូងនៃប្រទេសកម្ពុជាមានព្រំប្រទល់ឆ្នេរសមុទ្រប្រវែង67គីឡូម៉ែត្រនិងមានចំនួនប្រជាជនរស់នៅប្រមាណ6សែននាក់ខេត្តកំពតបានក្លាយជាទីតាំងដ៏ល្បីល្បាញយ៉ាងឆាប់រហ័សសម្រាប់ភ្ញៀវទេសចរជាតិនិងអន្តរជាតិព្រមមានសក្តានុពលវប្បធម៌ធម្មជាតិនិងចំណុចទាក់ទាញដ៏គួរឲ្យចាប់អារម្មណ៍ជាច្រើនសម្រាប់វិស័យទេសចរណ៍ជាទីក្រុងតាមមាត់ព្រែកទឹកសាបអមដោយព្រៃកោងកាងដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតប្រមាណ1966ហិកតារួមជាមួយនឹងសំណង់អគារស្ថាបត្យកម្មអាណានិគមនិងរបាំងធម្មជាតិនៃភ្នំគឺជាទេសភាពមួយដ៏សែនមនោរម្យនិងកម្ររកបានខេត្តកែបគឺជាខេត្តជាប់មាត់សមុទ្រមួយដ៏តូចបំផុតរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាគ្របដណ្ដប់លើផ្ទៃដីប្រមាណ336គីឡូម៉ែត្រការ៉េនិងមានឆ្នេរសមុទ្រ16គីឡូម៉ែត្រដែលមានប្រជាជនរស់នៅចំនួនប្រមាណ42000នាក់ទីក្រុងនេះត្រូវបានកែលម្អឲ្យក្លាយជាទីក្រុងទេសចរណ៍ឆ្នេរសមុទ្រដ៏ប្រណិតមួយក្នុងទសវត្សរ៍ឆ្នាំ1960នាសម័យរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលសង្គមរាស្ត្រនិយមឆ្នេរសមុទ្រនៅខេត្តកែបជាឆ្នេរព្រៃកោងកាងអមនិងធម្មជាតិព្រៃភ្នំដែលបានបង្ហាញសម្រស់គួរជាទីគយគន់និងកម្ររកបានខេត្តនេះត្រូវបានដឹងថាជាខេត្តដែលសម្បូរម្ហូបគ្រឿងសមុទ្រឆ្ងាញ់ជាពិសេសក្តាមសមុទ្រជាដើមខេត្តកោះកុងស្ថិតនៅប៉ែកនិរតីបំផុតនៃប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលមានឆ្នេរសមុទ្រសរុប215គីឡូម៉ែត្រស្មើនឹងជាង 50% នៃឆ្នេរសមុទ្ររបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាទាំងមូលខេត្តនេះមានសក្តានុពលធនធានធម្មជាតិនិងជីវៈចម្រុះដ៏សម្បូរបែបរួមនឹងកោះជាច្រើនចំនួន43កោះនិងមានប្រជាជនរស់នៅប្រមាណ125,000 នាក់ខេត្តកោះកុងជាខេត្តដែលមានព្រៃកោងកាងច្រើនជាងគេក្នុងចំណោមខេត្តជាប់មាត់សមុទ្រទាំង4របស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលមានទំហំប្រមាណ46,529ហិកតាព្រៃកោងកាងជាសម្បត្តិធម្មជាតិមហាសាលសម្រាប់មនុស្សជាតិទូទៅជាពិសេសប្រជាជនដែលរស់នៅនិងប្រកបមុខរបរនេសាទតំបន់សមុទ្រខេត្តព្រះសីហនុស្ថិតនៅតំបន់ឆ្នេរភាគខាងត្បូងនៃប្រទេសកម្ពុជានិងគ្របដណ្ដប់លើផ្ទៃដីសរុប84កណ្ដកសញ្ញា364គីឡូម៉ែត្រ ជាមួយនឹងឆ្នេរសមុទ្រប្រវែង24កណ្ដកសញ្ញា5គីឡូម៉ែត្រខេត្តព្រះសីហនុគឺជាខេត្តទេសចរនិងពូជសេដ្ឋកិច្ចដ៏សំខាន់ទី2ដែលស្ថិតនៅភាគនិរតីនៃប្រទេសកម្ពុជាជាប់នឹងឈូងសមុទ្រថៃមានប្រជាជនសរុបចំនួន31,000 នាក់ក្នុងឆ្នាំ2019ខេត្តព្រះសីហនុត្រូវបានអភិវឌ្ឍតាំងពីឆ្នាំ1993ហើយមានការរីកចម្រើនជាខ្លាំងចាប់ពីឆ្នាំ2013ជាលទ្ធផលនៃយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រចតុកោណរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលកម្ពុជាខេត្តព្រះសីហនុជាតំបន់សេដ្ឋកិច្ចពហុគោលបំណងនិងជាមជ្ឈមណ្ឌលភស្តុភារជាតិដែលផ្ដល់អត្ថប្រយោជន៍ជាច្រើនសម្រាប់ពាណិជ្ជកម្មអន្តរជាតិឆ្នេរខ្សាច់សដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតត្រូវបានទទួលស្គាល់ថាជាឆ្នេរស្អាតបំផុតរបស់ពិភពលោកខេត្តព្រះសីហនុក៏មាននូវធនធានធម្មជាតិជាច្រើនដូចជាកោះធនធានធម្មជាតិជីវៈចម្រុះបាតសមុទ្រនិងដើមកោងកាងប្រមាណ 9,352 ហិកតាដែលសុទ្ធជាសក្តានុពលដ៏អស្ចារ្យសម្រាប់ការផ្សព្វផ្សាយទេសចរណ៍និងការការពារបរិស្ថាន
ឧទ្យានជាតិសមុទ្រកោះរ៉ុងមានទីតាំងស្ថិតនៅជិតឆ្នេរសមុទ្រនៃខេត្តព្រះសីហនុនិងមានភាពល្បីល្បាញថាជាកោះឋានសួគ៌ដ៏ស្ងប់ស្ងាត់ផងដែរកោះរ៉ុងត្រូវបានចាត់ទុកជាឧទ្យានជាតិសមុទ្រដំបូងគេរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាក្នុងឆ្នាំ2016ឧទ្យានជាតិនេះគ្របដណ្ដប់លើផ្ទៃកោះចំនួន7រួមមានកោះរ៉ុងកោះរ៉ុងសន្លឹមកោះកូនកោះទូចកោះតាទៀមកោះម្នាស់ក្រៅនិងកោះម្នាស់ក្នុងមានផ្ទៃក្រឡាសរុបប្រមាណ 52.448 ហិកតាតែភាគច្រើនជាផ្ទៃទឹកនិងមានផ្ទៃគោកត្រឹមតែ 5.311 ហិកតាតែប៉ុណ្ណោះឧទ្យានជាតិនេះបានដើរតួនាទីដ៏សំខាន់សម្រាប់ការពារជម្រកជីវៈចម្រុះនៅតាមតំបន់ឆ្នេរសមុទ្រដូចជាផ្កាថ្មស្មៅសមុទ្រព្រៃកោងកាងនិងជីវៈចម្រុះជាច្រើនផ្សេងទៀតផងដែរជាមួយនឹងឆ្នេរខ្សាច់ពណ៌សដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតទឹកសមុទ្រថ្លាឆ្វង់ដូចកញ្ចក់រួមនឹងអាកាសធាតុខ្យល់ត្រូពិចដ៏បរិសុទ្ធអ្នកធ្លាប់ធ្វើដំណើរមកកម្សាន្តបានប្រសិទ្ធនាមឧទ្យានជាតិនេះថាជាកោះឋានសួគ៌ក្នុងឆ្នាំ2017កាសែត The National Geographic បានផ្ដល់ចំណាត់ថ្នាក់សម្រាប់ឆ្នេរ Lazy Beach ស្ថិតនៅកោះរ៉ុងសន្លឹមថាជាឆ្នេរស្អាតបំផុតទាំង21នៅលើពិភពលោកថែមទៀតផងជាគោលដៅដ៏គួរឲ្យទាក់ទាញនិងមានសក្តានុពលដ៏សម្បូរបែបសម្រាប់វិស័យទេសចរណ៍ឧទ្យានជាតិនេះត្រូវបានគេដឹងថាមានទេសភាពបាតសមុទ្រដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតដែលមានទីតាំងដ៏អស្ចារ្យជាច្រើនសម្រាប់ការមុជទឹកទស្សនាទិដ្ឋភាពបាតសមុទ្រផងដែរក្រៅពីនេះភ្ញៀវទេសចរក៏អាចរីករាយជាមួយនឹងការជិះទូកលេងកម្សាន្តលើផ្ទៃទឹកសមុទ្រដ៏ថ្លានិងស្រស់ស្អាតចម្ងាយប្រមាណ5គីឡូម៉ែត្រពីភូមិកោះតូចភ្ញៀវទេសចរអាចធ្វើដំណើរទៅទស្សនាកម្សាន្តព្រៃកោងកាងដែលមានវិសាលភាពដ៏ធំធេងជាមួយនឹងប្រព័ន្ធអេកូឡូស៊ីដ៏សម្បូរបែបដែលសហគមន៍នៅទីនោះបានរៀបចំទៅជាគោលដៅទេសចរធម្មជាតិដ៏មានសក្តានុពលសម្រាប់ភ្ញៀវទេសចរដែលចូលចិត្តដំណើរកម្សាន្តបែបផ្សងព្រេងវិញក៏អាចធ្វើដំណើរដោយថ្មើរជើងឬជិះកង់ទៅទស្សនាព្រៃភ្នំធម្មជាតិជាពិសេសទឹកជ្រោះដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតដែលស្ថិតនៅកណ្ដាលទ្រូងព្រៃដ៏សែនមនោរម្យនាពេលរាត្រីភ្ញៀវទេសចរអាចរីករាយជាមួយនឹងបាតុភូតធម្មជាតិ The bioluminescent plankton ដែលបញ្ចេញពន្លឺភ្លឺផ្លេកដោយផ្កាយនៅលើមេឃដែលជាផ្ទាំងទស្សនីយភាពដ៏គួរឲ្យទាក់ទាញជាឧទ្យានជាតិសមុទ្រដំបូងគេរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាឧទ្យានជាតិកោះរ៉ុងបានដើរតួនាទីដ៏សំខាន់សម្រាប់ការពារជម្រកជីវៈចម្រុះនៅតាមតំបន់ឆ្នេរសមុទ្រនិងជាកោះឋានសួគ៌ដ៏ស្រស់ស្អាតដែលភ្ញៀវទេសចរមិនគួរមើលរំលង។